So here we are, early Christmas present. So I'll just run through this quickly. So first of all, in fact, I'll use this as a cheat sheet. So the contents, manufacturer's instructions, those would be these. And these are, they're fairly basic, but nonetheless, well, you should have them anyway, but the instructions that I provide with these are probably more comprehensive, sometimes a little bit more practical because I wear one, so it's based on my wear as well. And it says overview, you'll be emailed a more in-depth set of instructions, which of course is to save trees, or in my case paper. Then the second thing is Panthera storage bag, and that's this one, and it says here looks fancy when you go on a trip. Also could double up as a pencil case, I guess. Sleep mask. So it says some people don't need these, but truthfully I still find them invaluable. It says valuable. Not just for trips, but during the day if you're going to get a power nap or anything. Or if you're actually in the room with somebody that you don't want to talk to, I guess too. But so anyway, there's one of those, and I think that's an important bit of a sleep kit, to tell you the truth. It's also a lot cheaper than blackout blinds. The soaking pot and brush, that's this here, and it says a dollar store special, which it is, and but despite them not costing very much, this is a great brush, and it works extremely well for sleep appliances. It works well for dentures and orthodontic appliances too, but certainly much better than a smaller brush or a toothbrush. Anyway, the soaking pot, it says self-explanatory. Soaking is described better in the more comprehensive instructions, but basically, and I think we come back to this, but basically you don't have to, but I have found for myself and for other people that using one of those fizzy tablets after brushing it carefully, and using one of those in a soaking pot during the day, because obviously wearing it during the night, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, is beneficial. But it's not a requirement. And I know that some people use it every day, and to be honest with you, I have seen no problems with that whatsoever, but we'll come back to that. Now, depending on the design, this is these are the extension pieces, which simply means that these are the pieces which increase the forwards, or indeed backwards, position of the lower jaw. The only thing that I would ask is that if you do change the position, that you let me know, because then I can make note of it in your records. And looks a bit like a model aeroplane, but in fact it's not. The Panthera case with appliance, that's this. And so this sort of duplicate of this, really, I suppose, but this does have a lion on it, so Panthera. Now there's different designs of appliance. This particular one is the 2-piece appliance, and these are fantastic. I cannot say enough about these. I mean, it's taken a long time to get this far with an oral appliance, and compared to the ones we had just 5, 6, 7 years ago, it's streets ahead. It really is. Anyway, the that comes in a little plastic bag, and it comes with some elastics, which these are elastics. They're the orthodontic elastics, that orthodontists use to put on little brackets on teeth. It says here you get little orthodontic type elastics which you can use to aid in keeping your mouth closed. It says here, I'm not convinced, but some people like them, and since there's no cost for the elastics or the little slots, then you've got nothing to lose. Some studies do show that appliances are more effective with a limited mouth opening and also when your mouth closed. But it's a bit like so many other things. All bets are off when you're asleep. First of all, you're asleep. Secondly, your muscle tones change completely. Your brain activity is different. In the different phases of sleep. You can be clenching, grinding. I guess what I'm really saying is it's difficult to cover all possible eventualities. It is certainly true, however, and it's worth mentioning that it's always preferable to breathe through your nose, and that of course the thing with an oral appliance is it does give you the choice, and there are some benefits, as anybody who's ever worn CPAP and had a cold nose. So fizzy tablets, that's these, and melatonin. Now melatonin's hormone, and it's well, I read it says I don't use melatonin all the time. Perhaps I should, because a better sleep is frequently habit-based. But I'll use it for a week or so if I feel the need to. And you take it a few hours before going to bed to get the maximum benefit. Dosage, well, first of all, there is no absolute proof that it makes a difference to sleep. However, it's been a bit of a leap of faith in that melatonin is released and been shown to be important in the initiation of sleep. My anecdotal feeling is that it does work. So as I say, there are times when I'll use it, times when I don't. But anyway, there's some there for the times that you might. Antioxidant samples. Now that's these, and it says I take these daily. I wouldn't think of not taking them any more than I wouldn't go without it, or would go without this. It's just my opinion, but it is clear that antioxidants clear toxic free radicals, which come about from general metabolism, just living. And of course, the more living you do, i.e. stress, the more antioxidants you're going to have. That includes sunlight and other sort of external stresses. It also includes exercise, aerobic exercise, all the things that are involved with metabolism. Free radicals are also higher in obstructive sleep apnea and are associated with inflammatory markers, higher levels of inflammatory markers, and inflammatory markers are higher in those with obstructive sleep apnea. So it's a bit of a belt and braces approach, but it's enough for me. It's associated also with aging, and evidence is mounting that antioxidants are involved with aiding quality sleep. It's quite early on, but it looks like antioxidants may have something to do with sleep onset and maintenance. So these are just a few reasons. These are only samples. I mean they're real, but they're samples. And anyone who's interested in taking these on a long-term basis, just let me know. I've been taking these for many years, and I am absolutely convinced of their value, for what it's worth. Log. Excuse me. There is also, it isn't in here, but there is a log which I will describe in another video. That basically, we don't use logs enough in dentistry, and it's important, especially with sleep. A lot of sleep research, behavioural sleep medicine, they use logs quite intensively, and it's a very simple and inexpensive method of tracking, certainly a lot easier than it would be for digital means. And basically, and you'll see it in the future, but basically it's just a chart that says on one side the days of the week, and then there are a number of different columns saying what time you went to bed, whether or not you slept well, whether or not there was any obvious snoring or obstructive sleep apnea symptoms, holding breath, that sort of thing, any discomfort. Basically, it's a way of looking back over the last week. If you're anything like me, I can't remember what I had for dinner yesterday, so it's a useful aid memoir. So anyway, you get one of those as well. So I think that's about it. And then what I do is, once we've fitted it and everything's fine, and the patient's enthused and comfortable, then I'll give them a ring in the morning just to see how they did. So that's it. And if you're if you're watching this and about to receive this, then good luck, and I feel great for you, because this may very well change your life.